Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 2 decks of cards today. I'm going to bring in the Twin Flame Journey Messages by Misty Moon and the Words Unspoken by CWtch Tarot. This is the deck I was looking for yesterday, but they guided me to a different deck. And just before I start the reading, I've just seen a man running, and I feel that's a huge sign that they're running to you and they're putting the effort in. They're doing the work. You know, he looked pretty tired, that man who just run past. So your masculine may be feeling tired today, but they are putting the effort in. They want to put the effort in to be able to move towards you. So all you have to do is slow down and allow them to come in. It says the solstice today, and I am connecting with this energy of their return. It's creating a shift for the return. And I definitely feel there's a solstice shift. So I feel between this solstice and the next solstice, and what I'm connecting with particularly is the energy of the winter solstice and the summer solstice. So again, we're all in different time zones, but I'm channeling this as today, December the 21st, until the June the 21st. There's a big door open for reunion, coming together, coming back into each other's energy. That's what I'm connecting with as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they want to say. So let's see what's going on then. So what's the message, please, angels? 1 card coming out there. So what's the message coming through today? What do they want to share with you today? What's the message? So a few cards coming out. I feel this is the most important one because it came out first. And what do they want to say to you today? What's on their mind? Wow, very clear messages coming through here. Just 1 card out of that whole deck. So let's see what's going on. Being apart from you has helped me to gain a new perspective. Now, this is what the main message is here, because the card came out first, it jumped out by itself. So they want you to know that being away from you has been a time of healing, a time where they've had to grow because they've had to go within. So they've gone within, they've had to access deep, dark parts of themselves to be able to bring about a change. So being apart from you, being in separation from you, or not being in communication with you, or not being around you, has been necessary for growth purposes. And twin flames go through separation because it's a form of preparation. It gets you ready, it gets them ready for the next chapter ahead. It also gets you ready for service because you learn during the time apart that you are more than just a physical being, because you connect with them so deeply in other ways. So you work on your telepathic link, you are able to access your psychic gifts, you get psychically stronger, you find faith because you have to. You go through things in the darkness to replace that doubt with faith and to find that faith, to find strength in heaven, whether it's your connection with the universe, with God, or with your angels. So you find that power. You're also able to access parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. So you start finding more things out about yourself, what you're passionate about, what you enjoy doing, what your life purpose and your mission is. You become more kind and loving, more compassionate and understanding, more patient and trusting. You really do operate in the fruit of the Spirit. You learn to surrender through self-control and self-discipline by having faith in God. So everything you go through during the separation is what they go through too. They just may go through it in a little bit of a different way than you do. And that's why sometimes it may not make sense to you. You might think, why are they doing that? I wouldn't do that. But that's because they aren't like you. They are you because you are one, but they do things differently than you to teach and grow you. They trigger you so your wounds come up for healing, just like you trigger them too. So they're saying to you, being apart from you has helped me to gain a new perspective. So really, again, what I'm connecting with here on this solstice energy is that the time apart is coming to an end because the universe is bringing you back together. And you might think, well, how? How is it going to happen? The universe will create the way. The universe is powerful and in charge, and it has a plan. And it synchronizes everything wonderfully. So you don't need to worry about that. Think about how you came together in the first place. You don't question that because it was magical and powerful and effortless. So have faith that this reunion, this reconciliation, this coming back together, the return will be the same. And if you've seen signs of the return, like the eagle, or you've seen the stag, or you've seen other things, it's a huge sign of reconnection. And they are giving me that timeline between the solstice now and the solstice ahead. So I'm connecting with the winter and the summer solstice, or really the timeline, because you may say summer solstice where you are or whatever it is. I'm getting the energy of a timeline for coming back into each other's energy between now and the 21st of June. So there's a doorway opening. And some of you will say, well, why? Why is it going to take that long? And it's because everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is in divine timing. So some of you may reconnect this side of the year, before Christmas time, over Christmas time, in January. Some of you may take a bit longer, depending on circumstances and lessons and growth. So be patient with the when and have faith in the how, because God is taking care of it for you. And look at this, before I go to the rest of the cards, this card is showing face up. Look at that. On top of the deck, it says, I'm a better person because of you. And I feel that's what they're letting you know, because they're a better person because of you. And really saying, you're the better part of me. You've opened me up. But they know this because of the time apart. It's had to happen. Not just so they can realise how much they miss and love you, but because they can realise so many things about themselves. They realise the grass isn't greener where I am here. It's there with you. I realise that something is missing when I'm not with you. I realise that nobody is you when I'm not with you. I realise that I want to do more things and achieve better things, and you help me to do that. So they realise so many things. And also, they're also concerned that you've moved on. Because remember, you've been working on you during this separation too, or this silence too. You've been working on you, becoming your best version. I'm not saying it hasn't hurt you or you don't feel like it's destroyed you at times, but it's definitely made you stronger. Remember, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as Kelly Clarkson said. So your person's saying to you, you seem to be doing just fine without me. So they've been checking you out. Oh, you've been doing fine without me, are you? You're okay then? They may have looked at your social media. They may have been asking people about you in the community. They may be watching you in some way. So they've definitely checked up on you. Even if you think there's no way my person would check up on me, they have. They've been doing that because they're saying, oh, you seem to be doing fine without me. Now, obviously, it's not that you're doing fine without them. You're just learning how to handle it. You are a warrior of light. You're not going to lie around crying and moping. We may go through that for a second, but then you pick yourself up and try again. Archangel Michael gives you that strength and says, come on, you're not a victim of your circumstances or your reality. You are a victor of it. So you start fighting for a new way of looking at things. You find channels like this one where you receive guidance and you understand the journey more. So yes, it's hurt you and you haven't been doing fine without them, but you've learned how to be fine without them. Because you recognise that separation is illusion anyway, and you're never without them anyway because you live within each other. But what this really means is that they've seen you online or in life or however they've connected with you, and you seem to be doing fine. And they are thinking about that, curious, thinking, have you even noticed I've gone? Do you even care about me? Is there somebody else? What have you been doing? What have you been up to? So they're questioning, they're curious, which makes them want to reach out to you and reconnect with you even more, because they are thinking, this time apart from you has helped me to understand that I want to need you and love you and want a future with you, and now I'm worried and concerned that you might not want that with me. So they've been checking you out. I bet you don't even think of me. Meanwhile, you haunt me every night. So they are saying to you, you haunt my thoughts. You're in my mind. You're on my mind. You're in my dreams. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm lying awake thinking about you. I'm restless thinking about you. I'm turned on to you. I'm feeling the passion and the desire. I bet you aren't thinking of me though, because you seem happy without me. So they have insecurities too. Now these may even be things you've been thinking. You may think, hang on, that's what I've been thinking. I bet they don't even think of me while they're haunting my thoughts, or you seem to be doing just fine without me. Have you even noticed I've gone? But they are feeling these things. And if you're feeling them, remember you mirror each other's energy. So they are actually very curious about what you're doing right now because they want to come back in. So they're trying to see if you're missing them, if you're thinking about them in whatever way that they would harness that realization. But they know deep inside, and really they're seeing that, okay, You may have options. They know how amazing you are, that you could get anyone you want. So obviously there's going to be options around you. So they are panicking a little bit here, saying, I'm lying awake at night, I'm thinking about you, I'm dreaming about you. Do you even care? How can I make a decision when this makes no sense at all? My head is in a pickle. So their head is in a pickle. They're saying, it's hard for me to understand how I'm feeling. I am sure about you, because being apart from you has helped me to gain that new perspective. But I am a little bit concerned that you may have moved on, or you don't want me anymore, or that it's too late. So their head's in a pickle because they're overthinking everything. And they're saying, I feel damaged, like I can't do this, because their head's in a pickle. So they're feeling a bit damaged about it all, because they know they've caused damage and destruction. They may have hurt you and let you down. So what I'm going to do, because we're connecting with this curiosity, I'm going to bring in the Twin Flames and Separation Oracle. Straight out, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. I caused problems, and I hope that you don't hate me. So they're in worry and fear because they're hoping you don't hate them, because they want to come back in. So there's a big message here about the shift, okay? Wanting to come back to you. And it's going to happen quickly. It may take you by surprise. So I definitely feel that in this time apart, they've gained clarity. And now they're making a decision to come back in. But they are a little bit stressed out. Their head's in a pickle because they may have been checking you out on social media or seeing what you're up to. And to them, it seems like you're doing just fine. But remember, it's illusion. Yes, you're doing, and please don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're doing fine. The angels are so proud of you for doing fine. It's a good thing. Doesn't mean you've got to sit around crying and depressed. But from their perspective, they're actually thinking, do you still want me? Do you still need me? And don't think you've got to, make out like life is awful, because it isn't awful, because you've evolved beyond that. You are looking for the blessings every day. You're being positive every day. You're looking for the good in things every day. And that's exactly what you should be doing and what you need to be doing. But what they are saying is, I'm just worried that you don't want me anymore. It's their insecurity and their fear. It's nothing to do with you, and it's everything to do with them. Even if you were on social media crying or making out like life was bad, they'd still find something to question. So it's much better that you're operating in a high vibration, because that attracts them in. And that opens all the doors. So don't worry or stress over it. Give that to heaven and focus on peace. Because they know that they need to make a decision. So if you've been having tooth pain, that's the reason why. They need to make a decision. They're saying, this doesn't make any sense at all. Why? I feel like I can't do this when I know I can, because I've gained new perspective on this. It's just all worry that you hate them because they messed up. And that's something they need to forgive themselves for. Yes, they may need to come forward and apologise to you, but I feel you've already worked through your forgiveness and your healing. It's them that need to forgive themselves first. They know they've messed up. They know they've damaged things. And that's scaring them, and they're thinking, can I do this? Because you might hate me. And that's why they've been checking you out, because they're haunted by you. They can't stop thinking about you. But the big message is they're a better person because of you, and they're gaining a new perspective. So a huge sign of reconnection and a return and a restart. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.